Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding to welcome the procession of the members of the Board of Governors and Academic Board, Pro-Chancellors and the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of De Montfort University. Please remain standing for the national anthem, performed by the De Montfort University Chamber Choir Quartet.
God save our gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen. God save our Queen. Send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Pro-Chancellor of De Montfort University, Professor Bill Dawson.
Honoured guests, members of the Board of Governors and the Academic Board, ladies and gentlemen, graduands, welcome to graduation at De Montfort University. Today we offer congratulations to graduands and diplomates from the Faculty of Business and Law as we confer on them their degrees and diplomas. To those graduating, enjoy this unique moment. The investment of your time, your mind, and your heart in your future is something that will reward you for life. Your achievement, celebrated today, is real and sustaining. And however far you go, as an active and engaged global citizen, keep us in your thoughts. DMU for life means that the experiences and the community that have helped make you who you are still here for you for life. Wherever you go, stay in touch. Share what you're thinking and where your ideas have taken you, and we will do the same. Thank you and congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of De Montfort University, Professor Andy Collop.
Pro-Chancellor, members of the Board of Governors, honoured guests and graduands. And firstly, let me say that I'm very proud to be with you here today as you celebrate your graduation at De Montfort University. Now, I want to start by asking you a question. Should you do the easy thing or the right thing? To help you answer, I want to tell you about DMU's links with a place more than 4,000 miles away. In the 1960s, students from this institution gave their time to teach children who just arrived in Leicester from India. They helped them speak English, settle into education, and integrate into city life. And this tradition still flourishes today. Square Mile and DMU Local, initiatives that harness the volunteering power of our students and staff, now work with Leicester communities across the city and beyond. Our partnership with Leicester City Council and the City Mayor Sir Peter Salisbury is now one of the strongest and most ambitious in the country. It spans the key areas of education, health and regeneration across 137 projects involving more than 4,000 students who volunteered for 15,000 hours of work. Leicester is enriched by one of the largest Indian heritage populations beyond the subcontinent, many of whom study and work here at DMU, and of this we are extremely proud. So 2 years ago, it seemed natural to extend and strengthen this connection through perhaps our most ambitious international project yet, DMU's Square Mile India. Like the Square Mile we created in Leicester, the idea was simple. Take the energy, skills and experience we have on campus and the human and intellectual capital of our students and staff and use this to deliver positive change in the community. Only this community would be in the Gujarat. Through Square Mile India, hundreds of staff and students have been able to directly support children of the lowest Indian caste, sometimes unacceptably referred to as the untouchables, living in a hostel on the site of the Gandhi Ashram in Ahmedabad. Currently, on average, at least one group of students flies out every month to work on the project via DMU's International Student Mobility Programme, DMU Global. Every year, however, heavy rains in the region force hundreds of people to leave their flooded accommodation. But now, working in collaboration with a local architect, DMU students have helped develop designs to modify existing homes and build new ones for 430 residents, of which 40 are former leprosy sufferers. This work is making a significant difference to a lot of people, but, and almost as importantly, is deeply rewarding to those who volunteer their skills. So today, I want to extend an invitation to you, our soon-to-be alumni, to be a continuing part of this extraordinary project as it expands into the future. Let me explain further in this video.
So in 2013, I came to this building behind me, which is the Gandhi Ashram, which is where Mahatma Gandhi lived between 1918 and 1930. And I had the great honour of being awarded the Gandhi Seva Medal here in 2013 because of the Square Mile project, which DMU set up with our local community back in Leicester. And after I arrived here, I realised that there was so much that we could actually export to India. We could actually create a Square Mile India.
The Vice Chancellor of DMU University happens to be here in Gandhi Ashram for a beautiful small event. And in a very organic way, he strolled around into the ashram, into where our kids were laughing and dancing and having a good time. And that caught him. That caught his attention, and he stopped and started having a dialogue with the kids and wanted to find out who these kids are. And then from there, the seed was planted in his heart to do something.
So since we founded Square Mile India, we've undertaken 28 different trips, and we've blended those into the DMU Global program, where we offer every student at DMU the opportunity to spend some time during their career at DMU overseas. We're installing solar panels in rural India. We built a very large number of washrooms, which is a crucial part of Prime Minister Modi's drive to improve sanitation. So our main partner in India is called Manav Sadhana. They're an educational charity who run 5 community centres here in Ahmedabad. And I progressively over the last 2 or 3 years visited all of those community centres apart from one. And the final one was called the Loving Community. And I never really understood until very recently why there was a reluctance for me to go and visit. And essentially it's because the Loving Community is focused on what used to be formerly known as a leper colony. And when I arrived there, it was quite clear that there was a very significant need for the community, which is around their living accommodation. So I came back and I spoke to our head of our School of Architecture, Simon Bradbury, and he immediately, within 2 weeks of me having this conversation, had got on a plane and gone out to the Loving Community to do an analysis of what we might be able to offer these people.
We're here at the Loving Community, where a number of the residents here have suffered from leprosy. And in addition to that, every monsoon season, there's a huge amount of water that inundates the village. And that water overflows the sewage system, contaminating that water and flooding the houses up to about a metre. So in the first instance, the immediate need is to raise some of the properties out of the flood water.
So basically what we're doing out here is we're helping a community that are former leprosy sufferers. They've got quite bad living conditions. So what we're doing is we're actually rebuilding a number of houses, basically giving them a better living condition.
This week we've been helping out in the community. We've been moving around bricks, doing all that work. We've been making some of the bricks as well as painting the park. I think it's mind-blowing how humbling it is to be part of the community and to contribute to the community.
I'm from India myself. I've been here before and I've never experienced something like this. The difference that you can have, like such small things that you think you're doing, has such a big impact on them.
So the word unique is somewhat overused nowadays, but Square Mile India truly is a unique initiative. Where else could you go to a university, study a discipline, be prepared for your employability by going overseas, putting into practice your values, your commitment to the public good, and actually making a difference to so many people's lives? You change their lives for the better, but your life forever.
So, the easy thing or the right thing? Well, let me tell you, this project certainly isn't easy. The environment is harsh, occasionally hostile, and during much of the year, extremely hot. And Ahmedabad is one of the most polluted cities in the world. The Loving Community is also dealing with one of the world's most stigmatised diseases, leprosy. Ancient taboos mean that entire families are deprived of job opportunities, education, and their future. This project highlights a number of your university's strengths. Real-world gold standard teaching, framing academic expertise and knowledge. Excellent life-changing research that informs our curriculum. Our commitment to internationalisation and a global perspective in all that we do, exemplified by DMU Global. Our determination to be a force for public good, whether that be on our doorstep or thousands of miles away. And Gandhi's principles of tolerance, acceptance, and a refusal to accept discrimination in any form. A commitment now also anchored at the university through the work of the Stephen Lawrence Research Centre. A year ago, we held a conference at the headquarters of the United Nations in New York with a global network of universities working together to share ideas and collaborate to support refugees and migrants. For a long time now, DMU has engaged with Leicester's refugee community, offering IT classes, language skills, and career support. It was because of our experience in this area that the UN invited us to engage in this work and use our social media expertise to amplify its impact. It was a truly amazing and unforgettable day. DMU was at the heart of the United Nations, at the centre of international diplomacy and global cooperation. Our students, as activist diplomats, were in the thick of the debate, advancing a cause that goes to the very heart of our work as a civic and global university. Our relationship with the UN has continued to develop in a most positive way. Last summer, we held another event at the UN with hundreds of our final year students, at which we committed to broaden our campaign to embrace all of the United Nations' 17 Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs. Launched in January 2016, these goals are a blueprint for positive global change. They set clear targets to tackle poverty and hunger and promote sustainable growth, healthcare and education, among many other important issues. Together, they represent a manifesto for the world and a roadmap towards a fairer and more sustainable planet. Incredibly, the UN has now named DMU as a global hub for SDG 16, and this commits our university to providing worldwide leadership for the promotion of peace, justice, and strong institutions. This month, we held the latest of our major summits at the UN, once again with hundreds of our students. These events continue to break new ground in size, scope, and ambition, and it was absolutely thrilling to see. On this occasion, we explored with our city mayor how universities can help inspire and create SDG cities, dedicated to real, lasting and positive change in local and national communities. Once again, it was an event to which our students brought all the passion, insight, commitment and ideas that they've become characteristic in our partnership with the UN. And only last week, DMU was granted association status with the UN's Department of Public Information. In New York, we also relaunched our Love International campaign to show that at a time of national and global uncertainty, and of course Trump, we at DMU are still the open, welcoming and international university that we have always been. These values have always run deeply through our staff and students and endure also in our graduates. However, in the face of such pressing challenges here at home and overseas, taking action is not going to be easy. But who can doubt that it's the right thing for us to do? We've also banned the use of non-recyclable plastic on campus in support of SDG 14, which looks to preserve life underwater. Few are now unaware of the appalling impact that society's unrestricted use of plastic is having on our planet. It was feedback from many of you that has made us determined to act. And alongside the ban, we've also issued more than 26,000 free reusable coffee cups to all students and staff. This decision was just the start of a programme of specific, far-reaching activities that will help us meet the UN goals. This is our vision for DMU and a natural expansion to our global outlook. But making this happen is about individuals standing up, taking part and making a difference. This is the DMU way, the power of the small action, the selfless action and the right action. Many of you, our graduates, exemplify these qualities and we take inspiration from all of you. We are very proud of the breadth of diversity at DMU, and you all know that this is one of the best things about living and learning here. The Sunday Times had good reason to name us the University of the Year for Social Inclusion last September, and you must not underestimate your contribution as students here to this award. In graduating today, each of you has demonstrated your own strength and determination in gaining a university qualification. Be very proud of yourselves. This is a tremendous accomplishment. I encourage all of you to continue your journey, and as you do so, to opt to do the right thing. You won't be alone. You'll have each other, your friends and your family, and you will have us. You are now each a vital addition to DMU's 175,000 strong, supportive, influential and global alumni network. We call this DMU for Life, a programme designed to support you in a continuing relationship with your university, with a whole range of new benefits that we've decided to make available to all our graduates. As DMU alumni through DMU for Life, you can still be part of DMU Global and its world of possibilities, and engage with DMU Local, its volunteering, its activism, and the chance it provides to make a difference to others. You can continue to shape and direct your career and ambitions through DMU Works placements and employer opportunities. You can continue to access our library, educational materials and support. You can remain part of our sporting circle and members of the Leisure Centre, and you can keep in touch with everyone who has helped to shape your best memories. As our alumni, you're also invited to our first university-wide homecoming celebration, which will take place over 3 days this April. We look forward to welcoming you back and catching up on your news. The degree you've earned represents many years of planning, sacrifice, effort and investment. Your investment in your future is a belief in the future, a belief in yourself as a citizen of the world, and a belief that you can be the change you want to see every day, a belief that you can do the right thing. Not the easy thing, not the obvious thing, not the popular thing, not the safe thing, but the right thing. For you, for others, for your planet, and for life. Thank you very much, and very many congratulations.
Ladies, gentlemen and graduands, we now show a film celebrating the ongoing contribution of the faculty to our students graduating today through DMU for Life.
For me, DMU was pivotal in not only my career but my life, and learning key skills that help me through life.
One thing I think that's really stood out for me is the support that you do to get at DMU in terms of employability and helping me try to shape my future.
They help give you one-on-one interviews, and that definitely helped you formulate what you're going to talk about in actual interviews.
DMU's friendly, fun, it's got a great network, the lecturers are brilliant.
What stood out for me the most whilst I was at uni was the lecturers, not just helping me throughout assignments, but career progression whilst looking for internships, support in writing a CV, cover letters, how to apply for jobs, how to sit interviews, and after that we're looking for a graduate programme.
One thing I think I've gained from the tutors at DMU, beyond the obvious education that you get through doing your courses, is actually just their advice, because they have been there and they have done it, and it kind of gives you that confidence to know that you can go and do it as well.
Whenever I doubted myself, my lecturers and the team at DMU showed me that they believed in me more than I believed in myself.
The law school and DMU have got great links with local firms. It's not just Josiah Hinks, but all over the East Midlands.
Rolls-Royce sent me to Paris during my placement year, which was an absolutely amazing experience. I was able to meet suppliers and network on a global scale.
A couple of the course leaders from economics took us down to the Bank of England. We learned all about how the Bank of England works, what it does and what it's there for. It kind of gave me an aspiration, really. I want to be that person working on the financial district in London.
I was fortunate enough to visit Qatar, and it was really, really interesting, inspiring and eye-opening, and it's something that I never would have been able to afford to do had I not had the opportunity through DMU Global.
I am a trainee solicitor here at Josiah Hinks Solicitors. I managed to get the paralegal role by way of the DMU mentoring scheme. Without that work placement and without the mentor, I don't think I'd be in this position today.
I think I'd definitely like to give back to prospective students.
DMU for Life is a great opportunity for postgrads like me to stay engaged with the uni through things like DMU Global, career services and mentoring.
One of the ways that I stay in touch with the university is by going back and doing some guest lectures.
Gone back quite a few times to do a few presentations representing the business and De Montfort, helping other undergraduates understand the process of how an internship's important for your career.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Isha and I'm from India. I'm here on a global trip to Hong Kong. It is making an effort for the students to network with each other, which will help them to boost their employability skills.
So my name is Prashant Sudhakaran. I work with a lot of venture capital firms. So when I look at where I'm now in New York is a very international place, and it was very similar in DMU in a way, because I met people from literally all over the world. Networking with other alumni is great because I can tell them the mistakes I made, and I can tell them not to make the same mistakes, and hopefully they'll listen to me.
I think it's really important for people to stay in touch. I think what DMU has taught me is the power of connections with people.
I'd recommend that graduates stay in touch with the Alumni Society. On a personal level, for me, it's allowed me to get back in contact with those that I'd lost contact with, and also the opportunity to meet new people.
I always keep an eye out on Facebook, Twitter, for what they're saying. Really nice to sort of have a sense of belonging with the Alumni Association.
You're graduating from a fantastic university. It's certainly something that I have found has enhanced my career.
Even though I've already got my job at Rolls-Royce lined up, it's great to know that DMU will always be here in 5 or 10 years if I need the support in the future.
Things like the alumni, things like DMU for Life, it means that these relationships over the last 2 or 3 years that you graduates have got, they're just beginning, they're just starting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Montfort University Gospel Choir.
But I see it in you, so we can walk it out and move.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Andy Collop, for the conferment of the awards to graduates and diplomates from the Faculty of Business and Law.
Members of the Faculty of Business and Law, by the powers vested in me by the Board of Governors and the Academic Board, I confer on you the awards to which you are entitled. Please commence the presentation of graduands and diplomates to the Pro-Chancellor.
Honourable Pro-Chancellor, I present to you the graduands and diplomates of the Faculty of Business and Law, who by their achievement have had conferred on them academic awards of the University. The Leicester de Montfort Law School, the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business Management and Law, Nathaniel Tete. The degree of Bachelor of Laws in Business Law, Charlotte Hall. Manleen Sidhu. In Law, Alim Ali. Natasha Fernando. Shahina Kabari. Zainab Aziz Qureshi. Tabechi Otuonye. Bobby Rehal. Jessica Rowe. In Law and Criminal Justice, Mariam Bibi Hatia. Sean Maposa. Mayoa Kemi Osoba. Shaquelle Williams. In Law, Human Rights and Social Justice, Adi Siva Dagaga. The Graduate Diploma in Law, Adib Aminpour. Lucy Beck. Andrew Brown. Carmelina Petru Christofidis. Sharifa Vahida Putan Purel. Gemma Shaw. Helen Smith. Samuel Webb. The postgraduate diploma in legal practice, winner of the Neil Head Memorial Prize for the best student on the sport and media elective, Emily Louise Ablett. Sadaf Azam. Winner of the Shakespeare Martineau Prize for the Best Student on the Private Client Elective, Lauren Jade Bailey. Harpreet Baines. Dipan Bardolia. Winner of the Leicestershire Law Society Prize for Best Student, Natasha Jane Bunclark. Winner of the Irwin Mitchell LLP Prize for Best Student Part-Time, Hannah Kathleen Butler. Lewis Chatton. Peter Conroy. Charlotte Corcoran. Amar Dokia. Tanya Louise Dobson. Rebecca Duncan. Daniel Mark Ellaway. Gurpinder Guman. Sophie Gladwell. Law Ellen Glodkowski. Philippa Hammond. Winner of the Nelson's Prize for the Best Student Part-Time, Katie Charlotte Harrison. Winner of the Shakespeare Martineau Prize for the Best Student on the Commercial Law Elective, Sarah Hill. Jasmine May Hornsby. Priya Hoti. Laura Illingworth. Shazia Issa. Kulraj Kaur Kayla. Iftikhar Khan. Winner of the Gately PLC Prize for Best Student on the Commercial Litigation Elective, James Kinnaird. Sinead Kozo. Jessica Lamb. Jennifer Ann Lockwood. Emma Longstaff. Mazondi Junior Lungu. Winner of the Henry and Karen Doyle Prize for the Best Student on the Commercial Property Elective, Alia Makda. Tejni Mamtora. Catherine Mann. Winner of the Waitman's LLP Prize for the Best Student on the Employment Law and Practice Elective, Jessica Claire Mason. Winner of the Irwin Mitchell LLP Prize for Best Student Part-Time, Nusha Mazaher. Mohammed Abdul Mazid. Winner of the Freeths LLP Prize for Best Student Full-Time, Laurie McCauley. Charlotte McAvoy. Alexandra Lewis Oxborough. Priya Palmer. Lubna Patel. Hannah Peach. Janki Raikundalia. Gemma Rhodes. Ansa Safir. Harsimran Kaur Sadra. Winner of the Leicestershire Law Society Prize for Best Student Full-Time, Jagdish Sangha. Jadepreet Sansoy. Alice Scott Morris. Vivek Sharma. Rohan Sidhu. Charlotte Amelia Smith. Aristida Stankavisiaita. Bethany Nicole Stokes. Deborah Jane Tull. Paula Amanda Twist. Winner of the Waitman's LLP Prize for the Best Student on the Personal Injury and Clinical Negligence Elective, Fatima Valley. The the degree of Master of Laws in Business Law, Hassan Mohammed Dalal. Carly Chantel Lightfoot. Blessing Yolemi Away. Arandeep Singh Johar. Emily Zimba. In Environmental Law and Practice, Dermot Crombie. Jennifer Ann Sutcliffe. In Food Law, Melanie Clark. Joseph Spiteri. In International Human Rights Law, Rashid Begum. In Legal Practice, Hartinajit Dulay. In Medical Laws and Ethics, Prince Adeyinka Ade Odenlade. Emily Marie Foy. Helen Elizabeth Griffiths Haynes. Shyam Andalat Jayakumar Kumar. Susan Nyombi. Jessica O'Gorman. Rachel Reyes Hughes. Richard Sawyer. In Sports Law and Practice, Taryn Archbold. Joseph Berry. Thura Katie Wynn. The degree of Bachelor of Laws in Law, Balotti Delandu. This concludes the presentation of graduates and diplomates of the Faculty of Business and Law. To close the ceremony, please welcome Professor Andy Collop.
Honoured guests, members of the Board of Governors and the Academic Board, ladies and gentlemen, and now, of course, I can say graduates. My last formal duty is to bring this ceremony to a close. But remember, nothing ends today. Today is about the future. Leave the stage and this hall with every confidence. The future is yours. We are very proud of each and every one of you. Thank you very much, and once again, very many congratulations.